Hello everyone, and welcome to another review. Today, as you can see from the title, we're going to go ahead and review a fragrance from the house of Xerjoff, and we're going to review Richwood from Xerjoff. This, I've been kind of mixing it up with reviews. I've been doing a lot of cheapies, doing some mid-range, and I wanted to kind of add in, some of the higher-end fragrances to go ahead and review. Kind of like to keep it varied and diversify my portfolio, if you will. So that's kind of the goal here. But either way, today we are reviewing Xerjoff Richwood. Here's the bottle. It only comes in one size from what I've seen, 100 milliliter. It's about half done. I actually bought it off a fellow reviewer who actually split it, basically. So this is actually part of a split, if you will. It says Richwood at the bottom of it. It pretty much looks like a lot of the Xerjoff lines. Xerjoff usually comes off with collections and different types of fragrances, that kind of groupings of it. And this one looks very similar to the other fragrances that are in its grouping. I think it's like X1 or I forgot what the grouping name is. But either way, bottle design, very heavy bottle, very sturdy. This is very heavy, very sturdy metal. The sprayer is very good. It comes with this little thing in the front of it. Other than that, it's very standard. I think they're okay. The bottle doesn't really tickle my fancy. Some people love it. I just think it's okay. It's pretty good. It's a quality bottle. Nothing else to really say. Now, the big thing for this, the price. This is 100 milliliters. The price is going to run you $645. Yes, I did not make a mistake on that. $645 without tax. So at the end of the day, it's going to run you close to $700 to pick up this fragrance retail. Obviously, there aren't really, actually, I didn't see any sites really running around selling this at a discounted price. So consider it ultra rare from that perspective, if you will. You can pretty much purchase it in a lot of places, but still, you're not going to find it for discount. So $645 for the 100 milliliters, what you can expect to pay. So divvy that up in your head if you feel like getting it on a split. Extremely expensive, basically. But with that, let's go ahead and get into the notes for what this fragrance actually consists of. Let's see if it's actually worth its price tag, if you will. Right? So let's start off at the top. For our notes, we have bergamot, grapefruit, and mandarin. For our mid, we have iris, rose, and blackcurrant. And for our base, we have labdanum, musk, patchouli, sandalwood, and vanilla. Right. So, in terms of what I smell for this fragrance, there are really four notes that I really get from this fragrance overall. When you first spray it and when you first come out from it, you get a little bit of a citrus type of a tinge to it. It's got a citrus type of a little citrusy kick to it. It doesn't last very long at all. Maybe 5 minutes, if that. And then that is gone and replaced with the four primary notes. Actually, the four primary notes show up, but four primary notes is what you're going to get from this. One, heavy sandalwood. This is a sandalwood fragrance through and through. Secondly, you get a little bit of, not a little bit. Secondly, the other thing you get is patchouli on it. You get sandalwood, patchouli, and the other two notes, rose and vanilla. So those are pretty much what really make up this scent. Sandalwood, patchouli, rose, and vanilla. Sandalwood is the very main focus of what you're going to get. And the sandalwood, it's not like a rough sandalwood. It's a very smooth sandalwood. The very first thing that I commented on when I smelled this fragrance was this was the smoothest wood fragrance that I had ever smelled, basically. And I thought it was a very high compliment. And that was one of the reasons why I went out and targeted getting this fragrance. Even though, I thought it was okay, but at the same time, I had never smelled any wood fragrance that was as smooth as this one. What's giving it its smoothness? It's the quality of the ingredients. Supposedly they use with all of Xerjoffs, they generally use high quality ingredients, but in this one in particular, I think they use Mysore sandalwood, basically, and it really helps, basically. It really brings out this fragrance, and the vanilla really gives it, kind of sweetens up the fragrance. At the same time, you get a little bit of spices in it, and the rose also takes a prominent note. So let me just take it back. You get sandalwood, you get patchouli, you get a little bit of rose, kind of, I wouldn't say feminine it up, but the rose gives it a very nice kick to it. This is a masculine fragrance through and through. The rose gives it a nice kick to it, and the vanilla kind of sweetens it, and it makes it a little bit more palatable, if you will. So that's essentially what you get when you smell Richwood. Absolutely fantastic smelling scent. Definitely can't say anything really bad about that fragrance on there. Spray wise, I generally go about 3 sprays for this fragrance. 3 sprays is what you're going to do it. This fragrance is one that lasts. The projection and the longevity and the performance of this fragrance are off the charts. It lasts a long time on my skin. I'm talking about well of the 24-hour range, basically. It's going to last you, if you don't shower, it's going to last you the entire 24 hours of the day. And at the very least, it's going to last you, the active day, so like 8 hours for when you're at work. Blows that out of the water. 24 hours is what you're looking at for this one. As far as, performance, people can smell you all around. People can, get your presence when you've passed. It has a really good sillage. Compliments on this one, not so high, I would say. I confess I didn't get to spend as much time with it as I thought. I did this customary 7-day thing that I usually do, and I really think this has potential. But that being that, I didn't really get that many compliments with it. Got a couple, but not as many as some of the big heavy compliment hitters. So I'm not sure if it's a heavy compliment hitter. So be warned on that for those of you who look for fragrances to get you a ton of compliments, okay? But it's definitely a very unique scent. So I can't think of a single scent that smells like this. Some people have said Lumiere Noir smells like that. I completely disagree. I actually, like 5 people have told me that. I completely disagree because I hate Lumiere Noir. I can't stand it. I've tried to love it. That's probably the only fragrance from the MFK line that I don't like, but yeah, it's in that realm. So take it with it what you will. For the season, this is one that I'm confident wearing in spring, fall, and winter. The only time that I would shy away from it is the summer because it probably can get a little bit cloying during that time, so you probably want to be careful on there. But other than that, when it starts to get a little bit cooler or when it's not as hot, definitely you want to look at this one. For the occasion, it's versatile, work, casual, date, you name it, you can wear it for that occasion. And age group, it does have a little bit of a mature type of a vibe to it, but I really think that almost anyone can get away with this. Even if you're in high school, I think you can get away with this. But again, the question is, will you be able to afford it, right? So opinion-wise, and I took it out, I had people smell it, I had 100 people smell it, and 73 people thought that it smelled good, right? 73 people liked it. They said that it was, very masculine, very alluring. They said it was very unique. That's the top compliments that I got from people on it. There were 20 people who said that it was not okay. Sorry, 20 people said that they didn't like it, right? So of the 20 people who did not like it, most of them were of the mindset that it smelled weird, or that it smelled too old man. Old man was the comment, basically, that one person actually said. Another person just said it smelled like a generic woody fragrance, right? So take with that what you will. And there were 7 people who basically were in the middle of the fence, and there was kind of a mix between 2, but that's essentially the comments that I got from it. So for as far as ratings go, for this one, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. And the only reason I don't give it a perfect score is because, actually 2 reasons, is because 1, it's still not my favorite woody type of a scent. It's absolutely fantastic sandalwood, and if you're a lover of sandalwood, this is definitely, you're going to love this one. But sandalwood isn't my favorite wood. So, for that, I couldn't put it up there. And the second thing is the price. It hurts. $645 for 100 milliliters, nothing to sneeze at. It hurts, basically. The price, it's so expensive that I don't find it that practical. I mean, it's definitely out of my range that I would comfortably say that, go ahead and take a stab at it. But yeah, it's very expensive. You're definitely the one good side and the upside to it, though, is that despite the fact it's $645, I can't say that you're not getting quality for it, because you are. You're getting quality for it, and you're definitely paying for it in this bottle. So I don't want to give that impression that, hey, it's $645, it's not worth it. I think it is worth it. I just think $645 is a lot. Sorry, I got to touch on the price, but there it is, right? So with that, overall, if you want something unique, if you're a big fan of sandalwood, patchouli, definitely give this one a hint. And if you like rose in it too, rose and vanilla, definitely give this one a try. You'll probably like this one, especially again if you like sandalwood. If you don't like those notes like I mentioned, and obviously the price, then you're probably not going to go ahead and take a look at this one. But either way, get your nose on it and sample it at the very least. Again, I still think that this is the smoothest wood that I've ever smelled, and it definitely has high quality to it. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free, send me a note, leave me a message down below, do whatever you got to do. Thank you, and take care of yourselves. Have a great day.